It's season 4 of the Darius Owens Show.
It's season 4 of the Darius Owens Show, where the tea gets spilled and the truth unfolds. Darius don't play, he tells it how it is. Celebrity news, and you know he won't miss.
Now here is your host, Darius Owens.
You're the one. Come on. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm so excited to be back on, and I have a whole bunch of hot tea as usual because you know I love running my mouth. So let's go ahead and get started with that hot tea. Come on. I'm so excited to be back, and I'm so excited to get into this hot tea, and I have a very exciting guest coming up later, and I'm just excited. I have the sexy green outfit on, which, you know, it's a jumpsuit, and you know, men don't usually wear jumpsuits, but I saw this on a particular website that I order from, and I'm not going to say it because you're all going to call me cheap and stuff, but I saw this on there, and I'm like, I have to get that. But anyways, I think it looks good on me. I have my little mullet going on, and no, I don't want to be white because I know someone that I know when I wore this hairstyle, they were like, you want to be white so bad? Michael Jackson was one of the first people to wear a mullet. Is he white? Thank you. Well, anyways, moving on. So, NeNe Leakes is in the news once again, everybody, after she was seen sitting courtside at a Memphis game with a new mystery man. Now, you know, they were seen flirting and kissing with each other and stuff, and, you know, it's being said that this man right here is an attorney. And NeNe, I'm like, usually NeNe does crazy stuff, but I'm looking at NeNe Leakes and I'm like, you know, her husband died like 4 years ago. She's grieving, you know, she's healing. In 4 years, I think that's an appropriate amount to move on from a relationship. You know, 4 years gives you time to, you know, grieve and move on and meet new people. And by the way, even if she isn't dating the man, you know, she can see more than one person. And I know people might call this whorish or hoish, but I'm like, if you're dating and you're not official with someone, you can see multiple people. That way it gives you time to, you know, see which one is going to work for you and which one you're going to love and which one you fall in love with. And whichever one you fall in love with or you're official with, that's when you cut everyone else off. But NeNe Leakes, I'm happy for you, and I'm happy for the man, and I hope you're not using him for his money because, you know, NeNe, you were only with Greg for his money because, you know, Greg was like, what, 25 years older than you, NeNe? And, you know, you were horrible to that man. And then when he died, you wanted to act like you loved him. And you know what? Anyway, so Bonnie Blue, everybody. I had no idea who Bonnie Blue was before this came out. But anyways, Bonnie Blue just came out and, come on, teleprompter. Okay, they were seen flirting and kissing each other. It's being said that he is an attorney. He is an attorney. Thank you. All right. So Bonnie Blue, everybody. I didn't know who Bonnie Blue was before this story, but anyways, she's just came out and said that she just found out that she's pregnant after having unprotected sex with 400 men. Now, if you don't know who Bonnie Blue is, she's a big porn star. You know, she does the sex in the porn and Pornhub and all that stuff. And Bonnie Blue, what do you think is going to happen if you have sex without, you know, you're having unprotected sex? And that 400 men, Bonnie Blue, I know that you're a porn star and stuff, but 400 men is a lot. That's a hoe right there. And you want to come out and say you're pregnant. Well, Bonnie Blue, why do we have to know that? Just get an abortion and we won't know anything. So that 400 men, though, I wonder what amount of time that was in, you know, like 400 men. What if that was in like 2 months? Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, that's what she does for a living. But anyway, so Kamala Harris, everybody, she was asked if she plans on running for president again. Kamala, please, you see we're about to go into war, whatever that war is, 3 or something like that. But she's saying that she might, and she's thinking about it, but take a look at the clip.
Will you run again?
I haven't decided.
You're still thinking about it.
I might.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I closed the book and I'm like, oh, she wants to. She's just thinking about it. If that was my impression. I don't know if that's what you intended, but that was my impression.
No, the book is about a specific period in time. There was no agenda beyond what we've discussed already, which is just sharing with people, you know, the reality of the experience and hopefully allowing people to see something of themselves.
And all of the Trump fans out there, this is what you voted for, and now y'all are scared, crying that we're about to go into a war and you're about to die. And I see that Washington, D.C. is one of the target states if they were to bomb us, and Washington, D.C. is like 100 miles from Virginia. So if that happens, I'm out. And this is what y'all voted for. Well, Kamala, please save us. Kamala, I know that you really don't want to get back into it because that was a lot of stress on you. And the last run that you did, I feel like you won that run, but you started so late, and it wasn't your fault, Kamala, because you didn't know Joe Biden was going to drop down like that. So you started so late. So you didn't even have enough time to campaign for your presidency, Kamala. So I feel like if you do run again and you start and you build it up and have a lot of time, unlike last year, I think you'll win, Kamala. But Kamala, please protect your mental health. Please don't worry. And I know that, Kamala, you have a life outside of this stuff. So yeah. So anyways, did y'all see the Georgia nurse that was arrested for twerking on her disabled patient's head? This is the woman right here. I don't know her name, but she looks disgusting, and this is disgusting to me. And me, Darius, I usually laugh at everything. I don't have a filter. I'm gonna laugh at slow people sometimes, but this right here is crazy to me, and I think she was arrested. She's in jail right now, so I don't know how long she's gonna be in jail, but all I know is she got arrested and lost her job. But what are you thinking? Just because a patient is disabled does not mean you get to treat them like a dog. They may be disabled and they may not know what they're doing, or they may not even know that they exist, but you twerking and then you having the nerve to post it, that was what got me. How do you post that and then think that nothing's gonna happen to you? This is the black people that make us look bad. Okay, so Ray J, everybody. Ray J is coming out and accusing one of his fans for stealing his heart monitor at his last concert. Now, Ray J, when did you even get a heart monitor? Well, I didn't know you had a heart monitor. You've never talked about a heart monitor, and now you want to come out and say you have a heart monitor. Well, anyways, he's saying that this is something that he really needs, and if he doesn't get it back, the data from like the last 2 weeks isn't gonna show up, and that's the data that he really needs to tell the doctors and all that stuff. I'm like, Ray J, why are you coming on Instagram and telling us about it? Just go to the doctor. I'm sure they have records of your last heart monitor. You go to the doctor, they can give you a new one. And don't heart monitors track all of your data to your doctors? Can't your doctors see your data from the heart monitor even if they don't have it? So Ray J, go get a new one. Why are you telling us about this? And I feel like Ray J is one of those attention seekers. It's not even funny anymore. Ray J is hurting so bad mentally, and he is so lonely in life that he has nothing else to do but come on Instagram and post videos like this talking about him losing his heart monitor, But take a look at what he said.
Happy to get on with you now to clear up some stuff, and then also send a message out to somebody with something that I need that's important. Every time I do One Wish, I try to jump out in the crowd and touch the people and sing the song with the people, because without the people and without the fans, without the people coming to the show, we're nothing, right? So I always want to go to the crowd. I always want to touch the people. Unfortunately, as it got crazy going in the back under the tunnel, somebody snatched my heart monitor off. If you have the heart monitor, just let us know how we can get it back, if possible, because I need it for analytics. It's important. If not, they'll put another heart monitor on me, but I don't have no data for the past 2 weeks. And so it affects them, prescribing me what I need or telling me that I need to either slow down or I'm doing great. DM me, DM Melinda, TMZ, whoever, and let's meet up so I can at least get it back. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all need from us, we'll give it back to you, or we'll give you some cash or whatever. This isn't like some kind of stunt that we're trying to pull or some kind of, theatrical campaign. This is serious. And if I put another one on, it'll just start creating and finding the analytics from the day I put it on, not, the 2 weeks that I really needed it. In these past 2 weeks, it was pretty critical.
Ray J, today's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday. I hope you can go to the doctor tomorrow, go early and get a new heart monitor and don't come on Instagram saying you just found the new heart monitor or you just got a new one. We don't need to know that, Ray J. We have our own lives. We don't need to worry about your life, which most of us aren't, but So I hope everybody watching is paying their rent on time, because your girl Kenya Mora is not doing so. Now, the story behind this, Kenya Mora is facing eviction from her hair spa after allegedly owing $43,000 in unpaid rent. Kenya Mora, I'm like, when you think about Kenya Mora, all you think about is hair and pretty skin, and she gives face cards and stuff. When you look at Kenya Mora, she doesn't give you the money vibes. NeNe Leakes from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, that gives you rich vibes, rich auntie vibes. Kenya Mora just gives not broke, but comfortable, But $43,000 in unpaid debt, that's crazy, Kenya. I don't even know what to say, but Kenya, I mean, I didn't even know you had a spa, so that's saying a lot right there, but I hope you pay those people their money, Kenya, because if you don't, it's going to be a world of hell for you. So, Rachel Ray fans are starting to double take the star after her massive weight loss, all right? Now, she was seen out last week with her husband, and social media is saying that she looks great, while some say she looks unhealthy. In my opinion, I'm sitting here, I'm like, Rachel Ray looks great to me, and I feel like, you know, Rachel Ray has been through so much and stuff, and it's like, you look at this woman and you're like, give the woman a break, you know? At first, like it was 2023 when she looked really unhealthy to me. I was looking at the woman and her body was so small and her face was huge, like a watermelon on her shoulders, and I'm like, is she okay? Like, what is going on with her? But Rachel Ray, I think you look good. And you know, like I was saying, she was seen out last week with her husband. And I don't even know why social media is saying, you know, like, why does social media has to be involved all the time? You know, I think she looks great. And like I said, some people say she look unhealthy, but Rachel Ray, you enjoy your life and you don't worry about the haters. And Rachel Ray, what are you doing now? Weren't you on TV at one time, or didn't you have a cooking show or something like that? So congratulations, Rachel Ray, on your weight loss, because you know, a lot of people these days, they can't lose weight they want to. They start a new diet and they eat healthy for 3 days. Then they go back and they pass a Dunkin' Donuts and they're like, ooh, I have to have 3 or 4 donuts. They eat the donuts the next day. Okay, I'm gonna get back into the routine. They go to work, they come back up the road, they stop and get some Chinese food. They're not counting calories. And that's how people get off track with weight loss. You know, me personally, like 3 years ago when I was counting calories, which I shouldn't have been because I'm already a stick figure, as you can see. But when I was counting calories, I was strict. I was very strict, and I would stick to it for 2 weeks and then I would fall off and then I would get back on the next day like ASAP. You know, I wasn't one of those ones, you know, you get on a diet and you start it and you fall off and you just never go back. But now I'm not counting calories, and as you can see, I look great, I think. Anyway, so NBA YoungBoy, everybody. Come on, teleprompter, what's going on? Looks unhealthy. She looks great to me. Thank you. All right, so NBA YoungBoy, everybody, he just welcomed his 13th child. Now, you know he has 12 different baby mothers, and if this doesn't scream horror to you, I don't know what will, because, you know, half of you out here aren't even counting how many people y'all are having sex with. Y'all are just going and banging and pulling it out and not using condoms, and then y'all wonder why y'all are about to have a baby, or y'all have multiple babies on the way. I know this one person, I'm not gonna say who, but he has a baby on the way, and the baby mama called him and said, yeah, I'm pregnant. You know, he blocked the... I said, why are you blocking people? You know, why? You can't do that. You were the one that, you know, went and had sex with her, and now when you have a baby, you don't want to. That's that shit right there. That's that shit. Anyways, moving on. So, okay. So apparently Tyler Perry and 50 Cent are friends, which I was shocked about. But 50 Cent posted a picture to his Instagram, all right? Now 50 Cent will be your best friend, Tyler Perry, today, and then he will go and talk about you tomorrow. You know, 50 Cent is not one of those people that you can be best friends with. You know, you can be friends with him for a little while, but he's not gonna have your back if you need him. You know, he's gonna go on Instagram, he's gonna say, well, Tyler Perry did this, Tyler Perry did this. That's why Tyler Perry looks like Elmo. I don't see how 50 Cent has friends. You know, he's not friend material in my opinion. So moving on. So fans are slamming Kim Kardashian for letting her daughter Northwest go out looking like a Smurf in my opinion. And you know, I'm looking at Northwest right here. You know, this is one of those girls right here you would look at, and this is like one of those people I would never be friends with. You know, I'm not friends with weird people. If you look like this, I'm not talking to you. I'll speak to you, but I'm not talking to you. And Kim Kardashian, you let her go out like this, and I don't understand it. And just because you're rich, Kim, does not mean you get to let your kids go out and, you know, look any type of way they want to. So if I saw North, I would say, what the hell are you wearing? Or why are you wearing that? Like, wearing wigs is one thing, but wearing blue wigs and red wigs and pink wigs and stuff like that, that's where it crosses the line, okay? And then she has the nerve to have the... All right, Tyler Perry again. So Tyler Perry is facing major backlash after his new Joe College road trip premiered. Now fans are saying that it is disgusting and is not appropriate for a lot of people. And I have to agree with this. I watched the movie with my aunt and my little cousin, and I'm watching this movie, and you know, I'm one of those people, I don't like the N-word. I hate saying the N-word, and when people say it, I'm like, can you please say that? If I love a song and it has the N-word in it, I will listen to the clean version, you know, like, just me and the N-word do not get along, and white people, for some reason, they love saying it. They love saying it more than us blacks. And I'm like, what is the purpose of the word? What do you get out of it? Like, why do you love the word so much? I don't understand it. And by the way, did you know that motherfucker was a term that was from back when the slaves and stuff? So basically the slaves, they were owning the black people, right? And then they would take their sons, they would have a mother and a son, and they would take the son and they would have him have sex with the mother. And that's where the term, it's not funny, but that's where the term motherfucker came from. Oh my God. I saw it on Instagram the other day and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. I mean, I can believe it, but it's not funny, but it's so hilarious at the same time. You know what I mean? So Dolly Parton recently made a major announcement, all right? Now, this is involving children's health care and all that stuff. Now, Dolly is revealing new support for a children's hospital. And take a look at what she said, and we'll talk after.
Well, hey there, it's Dolly. Now, I've always believed that every child deserves a fair chance to grow up healthy, hopeful, and surrounded with love. That belief is what brought me together with the incredible folks at East Tennessee Children's Hospital. For nearly 90 years, their teams have provided compassionate and talented care. They see children not just as patients, but as precious lives, each with a story and a future. I am so excited to share East Tennessee Children's Hospital is becoming, guess what? Dolly Parton Children's Hospital, yay! And together, we're committed to strengthening a relationship where world-class care and a caring heart go hand in hand for children across East Tennessee and beyond. And I hope that you'll join me in supporting this work. I can't do it all myself. I'm going to need you. So when we come together for our children, there's no limit to what we can do. To learn more or to get involved, visit Dolly Children.
Now, you know, Dolly's always been known for helping people, in my opinion. You know, she's like another Michael Jackson. You know how Michael Jackson would donate to all those children and the children that had cancer, and he would visit the hospitals and stuff? You know, they would use their money for good. Dolly is one of those people. She'll use her money for good. She's not like all the other celebrities going out and buying Chanel purses and posting like, oh my gosh, I'm rich. You know, Dolly is a person with a heart, and I love that about Dolly. But anyways, moving on. So Halle Berry recently opened up about her relationship with her fiance, Van Hunt, right? Now, I didn't even know Halle was seeing somebody, fiance. I didn't even know she was seeing somebody or engaged. But anyways, Halle is saying that this is the best sex that she's had in years, and their connection and chemistry is top tier. Now, you know, people are like, why do we need to know this, Halle? And I'm like, Halle, tell it all. You know, a lot of people nowadays, they don't have healthy relationships. All they want to do is go out here and have sex and, you know, go from house to house and house to house. They don't want relationships. They don't want love. You know, that they don't want that anymore. So Halle Berry, I'm excited for you and I'm happy for you. And are you still on those antidepressant pills? Because, you know, the last time I was, you know, looking in and researching you and stuff, you were crazy in the head and you were on those antidepressants, and, you know, people were saying that you're insane and you have to take medicine every day. So Halle, are you healthy again? Are you like functional, or are you still doing all that stuff? But Halle, congratulations to you and whatever his name is. So, here we go. Kanye West and his wife Bianca Censor are back in the headlines because no, hold on. Yeah, okay. Kanye West and his wife, or whatever she is, Bianca Censor, are back in the headlines because Bianca was seen out the other day with a pink pixie cut and a skirt made for sluts, in my opinion, because who wears skirts like this? I think Kanye is drugging this woman. You know, I really do, because I feel like she never knows what she's doing. Like, every time you see a picture of her out or on the streets, she looks like she's in a daze. You know, she looks like she's just walking. She doesn't look like she's all there. So I feel like Kanye is doing something to her to make her do this. And I'm surprised that y'all are still together, but Bianca, get it together, because Lord. Anyways, so when are y'all going to learn to stop playing in Cardi's face? So allegedly, Cardi B flipped out on Saturday Night Live producers after they wrote a joke about Nicki Minaj in her script. And you know, Cardi and Nicki Minaj, you know, they don't like each other, but allegedly the joke was referencing the feud between the two. And I'm like, if you write a joke between me and someone that I can't stand, I'm gonna go off too. That's like someone writing a joke about me and my sperm donor. His name is Crack, Torian Crackerson. That's his last name. His last name is really Cousins, but I call him Crackerson because, you know, one time I heard, I don't know if it's true, but one time he was at the fair and someone said he had white powder around his nose. So that's where the name Crack came from. I told you it was crazy. But anyways, yeah, so I would get upset too. So Cardi has every right to be mad, but Cardi, you need to chill out because you have been sued so many times last year and once this year, I'm pretty sure. You know, you threw the microphone last year in the crowd. Cardi, you don't care, but I love it. You know, I'm here for it. But up next is Thomas Harris, and Thomas Harris has been on my show before. You know, he's a TikTok sensation, and he's also running for city council in his town, his hometown, by the way. So up next is him, and don't go far because we'll be right back. All right, we're back with Thomas Harris. You know, he's a TikTok sensation, and now he's running for city council in his hometown. So hello, Thomas.
Hey, how y'all doing? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just thankful to be here.
Exactly. Now, I have to tell you, I'm very proud of you because the last time I talked to you, you know, you were just doing your TikTok stuff. You know, you were doing your social media stuff.
That's right.
Now, you've gotten out of your little comfort zone and you're doing a whole city council.
Yes.
So now, I have to talk to you about that because you know you're only 21 years old and you know a lot of people are going to look at this as you being really young. So I have to ask you, what was the moment that you were like, I'm really doing this. This is my thing. I want to do this.
Well, the moment that I really wanted to do this was I have been studying politics for at least about 5-6 years now.
Wow. Okay.
So way before I even started TikTok, but I was just, you know, in the motion, going to city council meetings and watching different things going on around the world.
Right.
And I was like, no, okay, you know, we have a lack of accountability at City Hall. We have a lack of leadership. And my city councilman, he hasn't really been doing what he's supposed to do. So I said, you know what, I'm going to take on. I'm going to step out on faith. I'm going to trust in God. Right. And I made that decision. I prayed about it and God answered. And I'm here today.
Now look at you.
Yes.
Now, Thomas, you know, a lot of young folks, including myself, they're not really in the politics. They're very disconnected from the politics. So what do you plan to do to change that? How are you going to change that view for us?
Well, I want to bring new energy to politics.
Okay.
I mean, we have, you know, don't get me wrong, we have a lot of the older people and they give out wisdom.
Right.
Well, it's time for us to step up and it's time for us to take on change.
Exactly.
We got so many things that's going on in local and state and even federal. So many things going on at the Capitol with the president. So many things that's going on with the mayors and councilmen. And we just need to step up. So change is here.
Exactly.
I can truly say that change. And we have to start listening and understanding what is going on in the world.
Right, right. Now, you know, sometimes when you step up and you do your own thing, you know, your friends or your family, they can be your biggest haters sometimes.
Yes,
so I have to ask you, what have your friends and family said about your whole campaign situation?
Well, my friends are really supportive. My family is really supportive. Okay. So in this process, we have started, I made history. Okay. I am now the youngest candidate ever in the city of Tallulah to be on the ballot. And if I win, I will make history twice. I will also be the first Black to sit on that seat, and I will be the youngest to sit on the city council. So they're really excited about it. We pumped up. We got to get to work. The work is getting done.
And that's the thing that's so exciting about it, because, you know, young people, they have all the knowledge nowadays. You know, it's good to have older people and stuff like this and in politics, but sometimes we do need the younger people, and you're bringing that to the table.
We do, because we have fresh ideas.
Right, exactly. And then the older people, they don't even have the technology and stuff that we have now. You know, we have more to offer and stuff like that.
And that's right.
So Thomas, I have to ask you, if you weren't running for office right now, what would you be doing? Would you be doing something in politics, or what would you be doing?
If I wasn't running for office right now, I would basically be, I'll be doing something in politics, but I'll be boots on the ground. I'll be going out there helping my community, trying to make sure I feed the homeless, you know, do things that is going to align with politics. So when I do plan on running, I would have that as accolades
Exactly.
that will come behind me, so people can see that, hey, I am for the people. And of course, I'll be still doing social media. So my social media people, they will be seeing what I'll be doing. I'll try to ease away from my comedy and try to give them a best out on what I do in my community. How do I make my community better? And what do I do for the people?
And that was one of my next questions, Thomas. Will you include your politics and stuff in your social media now, or will you just kind of keep that separate?
Absolutely. I will most definitely keep my social media people intact on what I'm going on. Even if I'm elected, I will be doing also live videos to let them see how we conduct our city council meetings, how we will be able, and how I will be fighting for the people. So nothing will change with social media. They'll still there and they'll still be my supporters, but I will still, let them see how we doing things here in the city of Tallulah.
Now, Thomas, being that you have how many followers on TikTok? 1.2 million, something like that?
1.3 million.
1.3 million. Now, being that you have 1.3 million followers, do you think people will look at you or view you different because of your social media, or do you think that'll impact your campaign at all? Or
well, I could say truly it has a little bit, because I have taken a break for, I think, about 6 months now. It's going on 6 months because I've been getting ready with this campaign. I started getting ready for the campaign back in September. So I started losing a little bit following, but the people are still there. They are still supporting me. My supporters, my fans, they going with me 100%. And as I told them, after this election is over with, I'm still going to be here.
Exactly. Now, since we've done all the campaign talk, can we get into some social media stuff?
Yes, let's go.
All right, now, I discovered you first on TikTok. I didn't know who you were. I was scrolling on my TikTok one day, and you were doing the little filters, and you know how TikTok, they like to mess with you, Thomas. They like to mess with you.
Absolutely.
And like when I talk to you like this, I don't even see the same Thomas that I see on TikTok. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so much different when it's one-on-one compared to your TikTok.
Yes. A lot of people say that. A lot of people. I tell them, but hey, I'm the same way. On TikTok, I'm this person. On in person, I'm that person. So, hey, I'm the same way either way.
See, I feel like you're more kind of shy outside of TikTok. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not as loud and.
Yeah. That's right.
Now, Thomas, are you in a relationship? Are you seeing anyone right now, or what's that?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm focused on my career right now.
Okay.
I'm not really seeing anyone. I'm not really trying to get into depths into a relationship at the moment. My career is coming first, and that's what I want to lean on to do. And Darius, we have to be careful with the generation these days. Yeah. Some people will just get with you just because you have fame. Some of them will think that you get money.
Exactly.
So you have to be careful.
Now, did you see the whole Donald Trump bombing? Have you seen all of that?
Yes.
What do you think about this? I need to ask you about that.
Now, it is really, really. I can't really describe how I feel about this. We have to remember that, this man ran on a ticket where he was saying he was going to be running on a peace. He was going to be running for peace. Yep. And now you are starting a new war.
Exactly.
You are putting in our people, our lives at stake. Not only that you put our lives at stake, but you got our military out there fighting this war that didn't even make any sense. So why did you run on peace if you knew you wasn't going to be doing anything for peace?
And I'm over here scared, Thomas. I mean, my life just started.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
We have to realize that, these politicians nowadays, and that's the things that I don't want to run on, they politics on lies.
And that's the thing.
And we have to stop telling lies.
Yep. Thomas Harris. Well, that was Thomas Harris, everybody. And is there anything else that you would like to say while you're on here?
I just want to say I thank everybody so much for the support. I thank you and keep me in prayers for this election. Hopefully, this election will be May 16, 2026. Okay. Hopefully, I win on election night.
Okay.
And I love you guys.
Thank you. And congratulating you again with this whole journey because I'm excited for you.
Thank you so much.
One more question. Are you at all nervous about this whole campaign? Are you scared or?
Yes.
You are?
Yes. I really am because I have 2 opponents. So I am the only in this district because I'm running for City Council District 1. And I am the only male that's running in this district. I have 2 other young women that's running as well. So it is really mind-bothering, but I got to keep the faith. I got to keep God as the forefront of my campaign. And we will get it done, and I will make history twice.
I think you got it, Thomas. You got it.
Well, appreciate you.
Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you. Thank you.
And up next is Darius Rants. Don't go far. And we're back, and it's time for Darius Rants, and I love this segment because it's where I tell you how I really feel about something. And today's rant is going to be about celebrities coming out with skincare brands. Why are all these celebrities coming out with skincare brands? Half of the celebrities don't even do skincare. Half of them just go to dermatologists and have stuff done and get nose jobs and put topicals on their, you know, like, half of these celebrities don't even know what a damn skincare is, and they're talking about selling us skincare. Like Rihanna with Fenty. Rihanna, what do you know about Fenty? You know, you just came out with the thing so you could get paid. You don't know anything about Fenty. Sometimes you just gotta stop people. And another thing, why do we have to repost everything? Reposting is so annoying. Like, if I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see 4 or 5 reposts by the same person, I have to unfollow them. Why are you reposting everything? It doesn't make sense. You don't need to repost everything. So, anyways, that's today's rant, and don't go far. We'll be right back. I got a special, well, it might be special. I'm not sure yet, but don't go far. And that's today's show, and I'm gonna see if I can call someone real quick. She doesn't know. Hold on. Hey Siri, call Jackie on speaker. Jackie.
Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Fine, I don't even want to leave a message. Well, anyways, thank you for watching today. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope you don't get in any fights or get in any drama. And I'm about to go take my growing from the scalp hair off because, ooh, these bobby pins right here are in the back of my ear and it hurts so bad, so it's about to come out. But anyways, have a great week ahead of you, and I love all of you, and thank you, oh my gosh, thank you so much for everybody that tuned into the last episode and left all of the good comments. I really appreciate you, and I love you the most. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on the Darius Owens Show. Bye!